Samsung's a great organization, so if you're interviewing for a role with them, it is likely to be very competitive. And one of the best ways you can stand out is by nailing the following interview question, which is a question you are going to be asked in your interview. And that's, why do you want to work at Samsung? In today's video, I'm going to give you 4 great ways to answer that question so you can stand out and increase the likelihood that you get an offer. Let's go. Now, I always say this is probably the most important interview question you're going to get while you're interviewing, because if you don't have a compelling answer for this question, you're probably going to get beat out by somebody with similar qualifications and backgrounds who has passion around the organization. As a hiring manager, if you're choosing between 2 people and one person gives you a compelling why they want to work here, and one person has an uninspired one, you're always going to go with the more compelling one. So nailing this question isn't optional. You have to do it if you want to get an offer. Now, let's talk about the strategy. Whenever you are given the question, why do you want to work here, you need to use the 50-50 rule. And the 50-50 rule basically states that the first 50% of your answer needs to be about why the organization is attractive, and the second 50% needs to be about why the job is a great fit for you at this moment in your career, and it's intriguing, or you're excited about the work, etc. Basically, you have to choose something that is super enticing, attractive about the organization, and why you were drawn to the organization, and then talk about why the role is a great fit. So let's get into it, because I'm going to give you 4 different ways you can answer this. Make sure you watch all 4 of them, because ultimately you're going to want to choose the one that makes the most sense for you. Because if it doesn't seem authentic, if it doesn't come off as, wow, they really mean this, it's not going to hit the same. All right, let's get into the first example. Now, the first answer I call the innovation answer. And basically what you're going to do is say that you were drawn to the organization because of what they do from an innovation standpoint. If you're someone who is in engineering, somebody who is in marketing, development, sales, there's a whole host of people who this is a great answer for. And basically what you're going to do is just play up the fact that you're attracted to the organization because of what they do from an innovation and technology standpoint. So let's give it a try. They'll say to you, Ben, why do you want to work for Samsung? And you'll say something similar to, well, thank you. That's a great question. There are a lot of reasons why I'd be interested in joining an organization like Samsung, but specifically your innovation I find really inspiring. While I was doing my preparation for this interview, I went to your website and I went to your R&D section, and I was really blown away. One of the things I thought to be super exciting is that you have 10,000 people solely in R&D and technology. And that, I feel, is really exciting. As we continue to see technology move faster and faster, I feel like Samsung is very well positioned to succeed, and that's incredibly important to me. Additionally, I feel this role is a great fit because in my background, I've done A, B, and C quite a bit, and seen. And there you go. So basically what I did was I talked about how innovation was incredibly compelling to me. I also referenced the fact that while I was doing research for this role, every hiring manager, every recruiter, and every HR person likes someone who takes the interview seriously and prepares. So letting them know that you found this during your preparation makes you look like a great candidate. Finally, I talked specifically about something I saw on their website, the 10,000 people in R&D. If you want to use this answer, I would totally recommend going to their website, going to the R&D section and reading through it a little bit, because it's really compelling. That way you can make it your own a little bit. And then I ended it with talking about why the role was exciting. My previous experience aligns very well. Let's go to the next answer. Now, the next answer I call the values answer. And this is a great way for you to show them that you're in strong value alignment. It's part of the reason you want to be here. So what are Samsung's values? Their values are people, excellence, change, integrity, and co-prosperity. I'll lay them right here so you can go to their website. If you go to their website and you click on each one of these, they'll put a little bit more about why this is one of their values. But in this answer, what you're basically going to do is say that you align with them from a values perspective, and you're a great fit for the role because of blank. Now, the way I would recommend doing this is look through each of these values and reference one of them that is really important to you and it's inspiring to you. So here's an example of how you might use this as your answer. Well, there's a lot of reasons why I might want to work for Samsung. I find the company to be really inspiring. But one of the things that stood out to me while I was doing my research for this organization and I was reading about your values is co-prosperity being one of your values. For me, I found that to be incredibly inspiring, because in this world where we're all so connected, obviously as an organization, you want to succeed. But one of your core values being about other people prospering and succeeding together, I found that to be quite amazing. Additionally, I feel like I'm a really great fit for this role because in previous jobs, I've actually done blank. So there it is. You can reference whatever one of the values is most compelling to you, hits home for you, or is the best fit for you. And then again, you want to follow that up with why you're a good fit for the role. The next one I like to call the environment one. And basically, Samsung is doing a lot when it comes to the environment. And you want to reference that as something, that for you was motivating and a reason why you want to pursue the role. Their stance on environmentalism and contributing to limiting carbon emissions, that should be inspiring to a lot of people. And if that's you, this is a great answer. The reason why I would want to work for Samsung, and there are many, but one of the things that really stood out to me is Samsung's commitment to the environment. So I was reading on your website that by 2050, you want zero direct and indirect carbon emissions. And I found that to be so inspiring. I mean, sure, Samsung's a business. And at the end of the day, profit, innovation, all these things are important. But I love the fact that you also understand the role you play as a corporate citizen and how important it is to protect the environment. Now, additionally, I also feel like I'd be a really great fit because in past roles, I've succeeded doing A, B, and C. And there you go. That's a good way to do it. It's talking about the environment, talking about their role in it, and saying you admire it. It's as easy as that. Now, the next one I want to cover is fan of the brand. Samsung is a great brand. They have lots of products. And if you're someone who specifically enjoys their products, referencing it is a strong way to answer this question. So the way I would start that one is by just jumping in and doing it like this. Well, there are a lot of reasons that I'd want to join Samsung. But I have to say, one of the things that really stands out to me is that I am a huge fan of the brand. Throughout my life, I have loved having a variety of different Samsung products. My TV is Samsung, my watch is Samsung, my phone is Samsung. So for me, being a part of the company where I'm already such a passionate evangelist of the brand, to me is just kind of a no-brainer. Additionally, I feel like I'd be a really good fit for this role because my education certifications kind of lead me to a position just like this. And there you go. And if you can do those things, and if you can deliver the answer like that, you are going to absolutely crush it. The next thing that I want you to do though, is you need to watch this video here because this video here is going to teach you how to demonstrate that you are a great cultural and value fit for the organization. In a company like Samsung, where it is incredibly competitive for every single role, it is key that you stand out as a great culture and values fit. This video here is going to teach you how to do exactly that. So I'm done here, but I'll see you over there.